And you know what? The first time you do it, guess what? You may not be that great at it. But remember, that's okay. That's all right. And you know what? There may be still some clips in there, some content in there. It doesn't matter if you're great at it. We can still extract a whole bunch once we have a long form video. We can get some clips. We can get some content. We can do it. And you'll get better over time. Another thing you could do with that long form content strategy is a mock podcast. A mock podcast. Oh my gosh. I love this. The Job Seeker Podcast. Before I apply, tell me why. Right? Think about that. Or whatever you want it to do. It doesn't have to be, job seeker focused even. It could be leadership insights. It could be whatever. But think about a mock podcast that you are launching. You are in your first season and you're pre-recording all your episodes to launch your first season. And I want you, and whether you ever actually release it or not, I don't care about that. If you release it on a podcast channel like Apple and Spotify, great. If not, that's cool. You don't need to. You can still do YouTube, and YouTube's actually a podcast channel itself. Use YouTube. But what we're doing here is we are going to then invite decision makers, invite industry leaders, invite people that do what you do, people that do the level above what you do, and I want you to start interviewing them, showcase them, highlight them, spotlight them, add value, build relationships, and position yourself as the connector, okay? So you're going to record that conversation, and then you're going to chop it up into micro content, okay, using the same strategy. We're going to use Riverside, use the AI to chop it up for you. It'll slice and dice it. It'll extract the most viral moments of that conversation for you. And then tag the company and tag the people that you were interviewed, right? So huge strategy, guys. This really, really helps you to get noticed. It's amazing. And remember, people don't just hire resumes. They hire voices, faces, and confidence. Okay? They're not just hiring the resume. All right. So those are a couple strategies using long-form content that will really pay dividends in the long run, okay? That's how you're going to attract opportunities. Let's talk about humor, storytelling, and authenticity. Why is that important? Because when you're building your personal brand, I want you to use humor as much as you can, okay? And maybe that's not your style, and that's okay. You be authentically you is just super important. And if you're not that like funny kind of guy or whatever, like some creators are hilarious. Like I want you to think about content creators that are funny. You know what I'm talking about? Look, they perform. Their content does very, very well because they're funny. And humor is a universal love language, okay? And it builds trust and likability really fast, extremely fast. So if you can use humor, do it. If you're more, if your style is more, like my style, I can interject in comedy here and there. Like I consider myself a funny guy, but in this context of what I'm doing here, typically it's more authoritative. It's more like I'm educating. I'm telling you, I'm showing you the way. Follow me. Come with me, right? Let me show you. Do this. You got to try it, right? It's more authoritative. And that's just who I am. That's my style, okay? But that's authentically me. But every once in a while, like if I have someone else in the studio with me and we're bantering back and forth, you may get some humor out of me. I want to interject some of that, right? So you got to put some of that in there if you can, all right? Humor is super impactful if you can use it. Storytelling. So facts tell, stories sell, all right? Facts tell, stories sell. When you're just saying something like, yeah, helped a company save $10 million. Okay, those are the facts. But tell me the story behind it. I want to know, what were the challenges? What were the pitfalls? What were the obstacles? How did you navigate it? What did you do differently? What was the emotional impact that it had on the company when you saved them $10 million, right? Like, go through a story, because this story has emotions tied to it.